2026. Rob Baldwin brings 30 years of visual effects and cinematic production experience. His partner brings a career in management consulting and business design. They have proven skills and undeniable track records, but they also have young families and heavily protected, finite schedules. They are sitting at a crossroads, deciding exactly what their next chapter should look like. The local business market is massive. Thousands of family-owned clinics, artisan bakeries, and regional service companies either have no website at all, or they are actively embarrassed by the one they have. With a market that vast, the logical move seems to be scaling wide, saying yes to every lead that walks through the door. This network diagram illustrates the agency trap. The default response to a large market is saying yes to everything: websites, SEO, daily social posts. Services expand chaotically until the structure becomes bloated, inevitably collapsing against a revenue ceiling into a churn of unexceptional work. To survive and actually make an impact, IMX has to make a strict separation. They have to divide the commodity services they are technically capable of selling from the high-value storytelling that only they can actually produce. They found their operating system in strategic coach Dan Sullivan's 10X principle. Doubling revenue means doing more, but scaling impact by 10 requires strict subtraction. By sharing away their commodity work, like websites and social posts, IMX isolates their glowing core, producing elite cinematic brand films that unearth a founder's emotional truth. By stripping away the daily distraction of that 80% and focusing exclusively on the top 20, IMX ceases to operate as a general agency. They become a premium, high-end storytelling studio. This creates a structural problem. If the founders focus exclusively on producing high-end films, they still need a way to service the foundational digital needs of their clients without falling right back into the very trap they just escaped. The solution comes from another of Dan Sullivan's frameworks: who, not how. Instead of asking how they will execute the commodity work, they ask who they can assign it to. This funnel illustrates how AI acts as the ultimate who. Raw data drops into the system, and tools like Anti-Gravity IDE, Notebook LM, Gemini, and Claude serve as the execution engine. They instantly build Phase 1 websites and generate Phase 2 content retainers. The AI absorbs the massive operational burden of commodity execution. It turns those services into predictable, recurring cash flow, which strictly protects Rob's schedule. He doesn't spend his evenings writing website copy. He shows up fully energized for the Phase 3 cinematic shoots. When a prospect sees the founder's story on screen, they stop comparing prices and start identifying with the person. By the time they call, the mental friction is gone. They arrive having already decided IMX is the partner they want, creating the already chosen effect. For IMX, AI is a tactical defensive shield. It is deployed specifically to protect human creative energy. High achievers often trap themselves by measuring their progress against an impossible future ideal. But when you shift your perspective and measure backward from where you started, the actual progress becomes clear. Look back at 2005. Rob and his partner produced a project called the NX Files. It was a serialized martial arts action-adventure series. They were building episodic, cinematic digital content before YouTube dominated the internet, and 2 years before Netflix even started streaming. In 2005, they were burning discs. Today, they are prompting LLMs. While the distribution tools have evolved from physical media to invisible algorithms, their core thesis hasn't moved an inch. A well-told story is the most persuasive force in any medium. That legacy informs their 25-year vision. They refuse to chase quarterly agency revenue targets. By 2051, IMX aims to curate a small, extraordinary portfolio of irreplaceable films. We live in an era where algorithms can generate a competent website in seconds. Because of that, the baseline for digital marketing is near zero. The only competitive advantage that cannot be replicated by code is the authentic, cinematic truth of a human founder story.